morning. It's not morning, it's afternoon. But I started all my previous videos with morning. So anyway, yeah, just out having a look at a bit of a fleet for these guys, and also for myself to share with people. I'm over in Lancashire with a farmer called Allen Grundy, who runs a classic fleet. He's got two of these TMs. Videoed and photographed the other one a little while ago. I've also got some footage of his cat Challenger. He's just got a shed full of classic and vintage and modern classic tractors, really. Does a lot of the work himself. About 300 acres of farming, cereals. Yeah, so Alan's got a fleet of classics, modern classic, I suppose, the TM and the Cat, and he's got some other like 10 Series 4s, he's got a few counties, he's got an unequal wheel county, which not rare but not common at the same time. So yeah, an interesting place to visit. So I've been bobbing out every now and again when I've got time, or when Alan tells me he's doing something, and just because he's not too far from where I live. And so yeah, his farm's on Astley Moss, which is very soft, light ground. Everything he's got is on low ground pressure, so they're both duals on the TMs of both dual wheels. The Cat Challenger obviously is on tracks. He's got a couple of track marshals as well, which I haven't seen working, which is a bit of a shame, but he only uses them in sort of extreme conditions. So but anyway, there's a bit of video. Okay, so we've just got the Dowswell plough here. So this is an on-land plough. You can see here with the Cat Challenger. 6 4 plough, turnover, fully mounted. This land is quite easy. It's easy to plough. It's not stony. It's not heavy. It's light, loamy soil, which goes into sort of peat on the other side of the farm. So it's all easy to till. It's not challenging land, but ground pressure is the key in this part of the world. You need to have tracks or duals if you're going on at any other time of the year than when it's perfect conditions. So this is Alan's Cat. Unfortunately, I haven't got any footage of it, but he uses this on the potato harvester. Perhaps I'll drop a few pictures into this video as well, some still images, just to have a look at that. There's the track marshal. Again, not something you see very often, with the Perkins 6-cylinder Perkins engine, same sort of engine you'd see in a 2000 series Massey, or even an early 36 range. Just cultivating up some land that had got a bit panned in the back end harvest. It was after a wet harvest, so it was just one of those where the field needed a bit of loosening up on the surface just to get it all broken down. The steel tracks on this machine, really, you wouldn't have gone, the conditions were atrocious, but it needed breaking up. You wouldn't have gone with a rubber wheel tractor, or even a rubber track might have struggled in these conditions, to be honest, but these track marshals will go pretty much anywhere. The side on there, Alan's got 2 of these. The other one, the paint on the bonnet is in a little bit better condition, but they're both fully mechanically sound, both working well and get used for ploughing and cultivating. Basically any tasks where you can see there how wet it is. There's quite a little bit of mud coming up, but you can see there you just wouldn't have travelled with a wheel tractor possible. A little purr from the Perkins engine. Springtime cultivator, just breaking up the top there, just loosening, letting all the water away. It got really badly panned. There's interesting headland manoeuvre here coming up. So there's the steering in Allen's left hand, and then hydraulic. So there's no draft control as such on these machines, it's just up down. So there's coming along, lifts the cultivator out of the ground, up it comes, reverse gear, in it goes, clutch up, and then skew it round, and back to forward, right turn, drop the cultivator in, and off we go. But yeah, the land at Allen Farms is bottomless in places. You know, it's just really forgiving. You can go on it in the wet, and if the harvest is wet, you know, you can get away with a lot of compaction, and it will come back in the spring. But you've got to be prepared to wait, because if you go on it at the wrong time, you will go out of sight completely. It's quite flat, as you can see. Hey, morning. It's morning this time. Back out at Mr. Grundy's farm again, purely because he had a few interesting pieces of equipment out today. This being one of them. I'm going to have to move my car now because somebody's come along here in a minute. Anyway, so as I was saying, come out to Allen's again. It's got a few interesting older bits of kit. 7600 being one of them. Look at the boots on this thing. Allen's a little bit unique in the fact that he's got pretty much every tractor he's ever bought is still on the farm, I think. The 7.6 would have been used. Alan's got an old draining machine there parked in one of the paddocks, but the 7.6 actually got a framework on the front of it. You can see there's a hydraulic ram and a set of pulleys, so it would have had a blade on the side at one point for backfilling trenches. But these days it's on lighter duties and that. But yeah, just rolling in the spring beans. So a bit of a novelty to see that. See you later. Okay, so we've got the TM155 here. Alan's got two of these. The other one is just coming up now with a fert spinner on the back. But in line with the soil type on the farm, Allen puts duals on all of his tractors as and when he can. He does grow some potatoes, which obviously involves some drill work, but for this top work for cereals, he'll put the duals on the tractor, so the other TM's got duals on as well. A Lely Rotera, not something you see very often these days, but with the spiral roller on the back as well, which is something you pretty much only want to use in good conditions because they will fill up with soil quick as you can blink. Here's the other TM, or is it the same TM? I don't know, I can't remember now. But yeah, he's got this Vicon fert spinner on the back, again duals on the tractor. No, they're different because the other one's got smoother duals on, isn't it? So yeah, this is the power harrowing version. From above you can see lovely light soil here, but again it's a sort of springtime farm. This is the only bit of footage of this tractor I've got. It's a shame really, because it's a really nice setup. It's a Massey Ferguson drill, it's the 500 drill, and they're just sowing beans with this because it's got bigger spouts, so it's able to cope with the bigger seeds. Allen's his cereals drill is an Accord air drill, which or Accord pneumatic I think they're called, which doesn't deal very well with the beans. So this Massey Ferguson does handle the beans very well, and you can see there somebody on the back just keeping now on proceedings. ahead of the harrow. But yeah, he's got a big set of 4 foot wide flotation tyres on the tractor just to keep it up in the ground. So just a few pictures, the 5.6 on a potato topper. There's the potato lifting crew, the cat on the potato harvester, like you said, not see every day, something like that. 5.610 drilling with the beans again. One of Allen's Dexters here, which he uses for ridging up his potatoes after they've weeded them. And lastly is the combine, which is a CX8050. Alright, thank you very much. As usual, comment, rate and subscribe. Any questions, just ask below.